My girlfriend secretly sold our private sex videos to my boss, while I thought we were happy.
Yeah, you heard that right. While everyone was raising their glasses to us. Let me take you from the very beginning.
My name is Putu, and this is the story of how the woman I loved the most turned our most intimate moments into a business, and sold them to the one person who could destroy my entire career. Her name was Mia. We had been together for 2.5 years. She was smart, funny, always taking photos and videos of everything. I thought it was cute. I called her my little filmmaker. We had the perfect life, cozy apartment, weekend trips, late night talks about the future. I was a marketing manager at a big tech company, and everything felt right. Mia worked from home as a freelance graphic designer. She was always on her laptop, editing videos, saying she was working on personal projects. I trusted her completely. Sometimes she'd ask me to film little videos of us in bed, just for us, she said. It turns me on knowing only we'll ever see them. I was hesitant at first, but she made it feel special. Safe. Ours. Over the last year, we made maybe 15 private videos. Some were soft and romantic, others more explicit. She always promised me she deleted everything except the ones on her encrypted folder. These are only for us, baby. No one will ever see them. I believed her. Why wouldn't I? She told me every day how much she loved me. One Thursday, I finished a client meeting early and decided to surprise her. I bought her favorite flowers and sushi. I opened the door quietly and heard her voice on a video call. She was in the living room, laptop open, speaking to someone. I froze in the hallway when I heard the voice on the other end. It was my boss, Richard. Deep voice, the same one I heard in every Monday stand-up. I stayed hidden and listened. Mia was laughing softly. Yeah, the new one I sent you last night. Did you like it? He was really into it that night. Richard's voice came through the speakers. It's perfect. The way he looks at you. I'll pay double for the full uncut version. Same as the last 3. Mia smiled at the screen. Deal, transfer the money, and I'll send it right now. I watched her hit send on a video file named putu_night_14.mp4. Our video, the one we made 2 nights earlier. I stood there in the hallway, flowers and sushi still in my hands, feeling like someone had punched me in the stomach. Mia didn't know I was home yet. She finished the call, closed the laptop, and let out a happy little sigh. Then she saw me. Her face went white. For half a second she tried to smile that same sweet smile she gave me every morning, and said, "Babe, you're home early? I wasn't expecting you." I didn't say anything at first. I just walked over, opened her laptop, and saw the transaction history. Over $8,700 in the last 11 months. Every single one of our private videos sold to Richard, my boss. Some of them multiple times. I turned the screen toward her. My voice was quiet. How long? Mia started crying immediately. Real tears. Fast. It's not what you think. I needed the money. My freelance work dried up, and I didn't want to tell you. Richard offered. He said it was just between us. He promised he would never show anyone else. She kept talking fast, the words pouring out. Baby, please. It was only the videos. I never touched him. I never cheated on you. This was just business. He pays really well, and I thought if I made enough money, I could surprise you with a down payment on the house we wanted. I was doing it for us. She even tried to laugh through the tears. Come on, it's kinda hot in a way, right? Knowing your boss watches you, it made the videos better. I pulled away. He watches me. Fuck you. Every night he goes home and jerks off to us. And you sold that to him for money. She tried to close the laptop. Too late. I saw everything. 11 months, 15 videos. Some of them filmed while I was asleep right next to her. One of them was from the night we celebrated our 2-year anniversary. The night she told me I was the love of her life. Richard had even sent her a message that morning. Can't wait for tonight's upload. Make sure he moans louder this time. Mia fell to her knees, hugging my legs, crying harder. I'm so sorry. I'll delete everything. I'll block him right now. Please, don't leave me. I love you. This doesn't change how I feel about you. She looked up at me with those big wet eyes and whispered the line that broke something inside me. You were never supposed to find out. It was supposed to stay our little secret. Mia fell to her knees, hugging my legs, crying harder. I'm so sorry. I'll delete everything. I'll block him right now. Please, don't leave me. I love you. This doesn't change how I feel about you. She looked up at me with those big wet eyes and whispered the line that broke something inside me. You were never supposed to find out. It was supposed to stay our little secret. I couldn't even look at her. I grabbed her laptop, forwarded every single transaction and message to my own email, then deleted the app from her phone while she screamed, "No, you can't do that." She stood up, tears still streaming. You're ruining everything. I was making money for us. Richard was just a customer. Nothing more. He's married. He has kids. He would never tell anyone. This was our ticket to a better life. I finally spoke. My voice was dead calm. You sold our sex life to the man who signs my paycheck. Every time I sat in meetings with him, he had watched me fuck you the night before. And you think that's love? She tried everything that night. Crying, begging, promising to go to therapy, even offering to let me film her deleting every file. At one point she whispered, "If you leave me, I'll tell everyone you forced me to make the videos." I slept on the couch. She didn't sleep at all. The next morning, she acted like nothing had happened. She made my coffee exactly how I like it and said softly, "Babe, let's just pretend yesterday never happened. We can move past this. I love you more than anything." I still went to the office. I needed to see his face. The moment I walked in, Richard was standing at the coffee station. He looked me straight in the eyes, smiled that same professional smile he always gave me, and said loud enough for two other people to hear, "Morning, champ. You look tired. Rough night." Then he leaned in slightly and added quietly, "Mia sent me the new one this morning. Really good work. Keep it up." He winked. I felt the ground disappear under my feet. I sat at my desk, shaking. My phone was exploding with messages from Mia. I blocked him. I swear, "Please don't do anything crazy at work. I'll do anything to fix this." And then one that made my blood run cold. "If you tell anyone, I'll say you knew about it the whole time and you were okay with it." That's when I realized this wasn't just about money anymore. Mia wasn't sorry she sold our videos. She was sorry I found out. And my boss, the man who controlled my career, now had a folder full of the most private moments of my life. And he was still paying her for more. That's when I realized this wasn't just about money anymore. Mia wasn't sorry she sold our videos. She was sorry I found out. And my boss, the man who controlled my career, now had a folder full of the most private moments of my life. And he was still paying her for more. By 11 a.m., the entire floor felt different. People were looking at me longer than usual. One of the girls from design whispered to another near the printer, "Did you hear? Something's going on with him and Richard." Richard called me into his office at lunch. He closed the door, sat down, and didn't even pretend. "Listen," he said calmly. "Mia told me you found out. I get it. It's awkward. But this doesn't have to affect your job. You're one of my best managers. Just keep doing what you're doing, and tell Mia to keep the videos coming. Same rate." Same rate. He leaned back and smiled. "Between us, man, you're very photogenic." I walked out, shaking. My phone kept buzzing. "Mia, please don't ruin this for us. He's just a client, nothing more. If you go to HR, they'll say, I'm the victim and you knew about it." Then the worst one. A new video file from her. "This one is free. For you, delete it after you watch. It was us from last weekend." She had filmed it without telling me there was a hidden angle. When I got home, she was waiting with dinner and wine, like nothing happened. She hugged me from behind and whispered, "I blocked him. I swear on my life. I deleted everything. Let's just forget this and move on. We were so happy before. Then she started crying those perfect theatrical tears again. You're the one I love. He was just money. If you leave me now, I'll have nothing. And neither will you, because Richard will make sure you never work in this industry again. She even added softly, think about it, babe. We can use this to our advantage. He likes the videos. We can ask for more money together. She wasn't just selling videos anymore. She was turning the knife, threatening my career, rewriting the story, and trying to make me her partner in the whole disgusting business. And the scariest part of me wondered if Richard really could destroy me if I spoke up. She wasn't just selling videos anymore. She was turning the knife, threatening my career, rewriting the story, and trying to make me her partner in the whole disgusting business. And the scariest part of me wondered if Richard really could destroy me if I spoke up. The next day at the office, everything exploded. Richa scheduled an emergency team alignment meeting at 10 a.m. He stood at the front of the room, calm as ever, and said, just a quick note, there's been some personal drama involving one of our managers. I want everyone to stay professional and focus on work. Rumors can destroy careers. He looked straight at me when he said rumors. Within an hour, the whole floor knew something was wrong. People stopped talking when I walked by. One guy I thought was a friend messaged me privately. Bro, Richard said you're going through some weird stuff at home. You okay? By 2 p.m., HR called me in. Richard was there in person. Mia joined by video from home. Eyes red, voice shaking. She told him a completely different story. He knew about the videos the whole time. We made them together for extra money. Now he's having a breakdown and blaming me. And Richard nodded sadly. I tried to stay out of it, but he's been acting unstable at work. I'm worried about the team. The HR woman looked at me with pity and said, we're opening an investigation. Until then, we suggest you take paid leave. For your own good. When I got home, Mia was waiting with 2 suitcases by the door, but she wasn't leaving. She stood up, calm now. No more tears. I've thought about it. If you try to expose this, I'll tell everyone, including your family and all your colleagues, that you asked me to sell the videos. I have screenshots of you saying they were hot. I'll make you look like the pervert who wanted his boss to watch. She smiled a little. Or, we can keep this quiet. Richard will give you a big bonus and a promotion. We split the money from now on. Everybody wins. She had turned from the girl I loved into someone I didn't recognize. My girlfriend, my boss, and now even HR. They were all working together to make sure I stayed quiet. The videos were still out there. My most private moments were in my boss's private folder. And the woman who was supposed to love me was ready to destroy me to protect her little side business. I looked at Mia one last time and said, the only thing left. I'm done. She screamed, grabbed my arm, threatened to call Richard right then and tell him I was going to HR. I didn't raise my voice. I just packed a bag, took my laptop, and walked out of the apartment I had paid for. That night, I checked into a hotel and spent hours forwarding every single message, transaction, and video proof to my personal email. I also saved screenshots of her threats. The next morning, I went straight to HR with a USB drive containing everything. I played the recordings of Mia's threats and showed the payment history. Richard was called in immediately. His face went pale when they played the part where he said, keep the videos coming. Mia tried to join the call, crying and saying I was lying, but the evidence was too strong. HR told Richard he was suspended pending investigation. They offered me the chance to resign with full severance and a strong reference or stay and watch the company handle it. I chose to leave. I resigned that same day. I moved to another city within a week, changed my number, deleted every trace of Mia and that job. I started freelancing again, went to the gym every single morning, and slowly put my life back together. It took almost 5 months before I could sleep without seeing that moment in the hallway. The moment I realized the woman I loved had turned our most private nights into a product for my boss. So yeah, that's the full story. Every single humiliating, disgusting, heartbreaking detail. I lost my girlfriend, my job, my dignity, and almost my mind. All because I trusted the person who was recording our most intimate moments and selling them behind my back. But I gained something much more important. I learned that some people will use your love as currency. I learned never to ignore that quiet voice that says something feels off. And most importantly, I learned that even when the people closest to you betray you in the worst possible way, you can still stand up, walk away, and build a better life. If you're watching this and someone you love has betrayed you, whether it's cheating, lying, selling you out, or using your trust as a weapon, just know this. You're not crazy. You're not overreacting. And you will come out stronger on the other side. You can send your own stories straight to my email. It's in the description below. Putu will read every single one, and I might tell your story in one of the upcoming episodes. Drop a like if this story hit you hard. Subscribe and turn on notifications. New real story every single day. Truth hits different when it's your story. See you in the next one. Family, stay strong.